Okay, welcome to the game of Xerts. This is a fun strategy game for 2 players. So the game starts out with these rings set on a table in this hexagon shape. The way I remember the setup is there are 7 rings in the center here, and then you reduce the number going out in both directions until you create this hexagon shape. So during the game, the players will not be playing a specific color, but rather they are trying to ultimately acquire several of these marbles. So the goal is to meet one of these 4 conditions. First, if you get 3 of each color, so that's 3 whites, 3 grays, and 3 blacks, you'll win the game. Otherwise, you can win the game by just getting 4 whites, or by getting 5 grays, or by getting 6 blacks. Meet any one of those conditions and you'll win the game. So on your turn, you'll do one of 2 things. First off, if there is a jump that's available when you start your turn, you must take that jump. So in this scenario, I could move this ball and jump it over this one, and thus capturing this marble for myself. And if there's such an opportunity, I must take it. And you very well may be put in a position where you can choose what jump to make. For example, here I could jump this ball over here to capture this one. But let's look at this. I could jump this here and this here and capture both of these. So yes, you can choose which jump you make, and double or triple or even quadruple jumps, if you can make them, you can. So let's quickly talk about this scenario where you start your turn and there are no jumps to be made. Well, in that case, you place and remove, meaning you place a marble anywhere on the board on one of these rings, and you slide out or take one of the rings. So let me show you a scenario here. I'll go ahead and just choose to place this marble here, and I will take this ring. So the ring must be able to freely be removed from the board here. I may not, for example, take this one because it causes these other rings to shift about. So the placement can be anywhere of the marble, but the ring that you take must be freely accessible to take from the board. I'm pausing just to add a quick note of clarification. As I'm demoing this, you'll see several marbles on the board, and yet no rings are missing. You would not see that in a real game. Each time one of those marbles were placed, a ring would have been removed. You may have assumed that, but I thought I'd just jump in and clarify. So we talked about ways to jump marbles and thus capture them that way, but there's actually a way to capture marbles through this placement, placing and removing action. And let me show you an example of that really quick. Okay, let's say this is the scenario at the beginning of my turn. Again, there are no jumps to be made, so I'm going to go ahead and place a marble and remove a ring. I will place the marble here. That may not be a good idea, but just for this scenario, let me show you. And then I'll remove this ring. Well, you can see that I've isolated a portion of the board. If the isolated portion, even if it's just one, contains marbles, then you may capture the marbles that way as well. If we were in a situation where there were also empty rings, I cannot do it. But if they are all populated with marbles and I isolate them, then I could go ahead and take those marbles on my turn. Okay, and that's pretty much the game. And it's very fun. You'll come up with clever ways to place marbles and to force your opponent to do jumps where they may capture, something weak, so that you can be set up to capture 2 or 3 marbles, or maybe just the marbles that you need to bring you closer to your victory conditions. But that's the game of Xerts.